Hi, I'm Christopher Dunnigan. This is HandmadeInVermont.com, and today we're talking about the Hubbardton Forge Fizz Indoor-Outdoor Wall Sconce. This is the 30-27-50. It's also a matching pendant that could go over kitchen islands that uses same glass, same fizz. Check it out. It's very cool. Let's get into the size of it to begin with. 13.3 inches overall height. The width on it is coming in at 4.9, so the projection is coming out from the wall 5.2. The mounting height, that's the distance from the bottom of the fixture to the middle of your junction box, is coming in at 9.2. So I want to show you a little bit more information about that. And how we're going to do it is we're going to look at the installations instructions now. So if you're on the page for this on Handmade in Vermont, look over that side of the screen. Midway down, you're going to see a link. It's going to say click here for installations instructions PDF. So open that up for me. It's going to show you a full parts list. It's going to show you the glass. It's also going to show you some really good line drawings, schematic drawings of the back of this fixture and how it goes over your 4-inch junction box. This is what you guys have. Backplate is 5.5 by 4.9, so it easily goes over this with absolutely no problem. Let's talk about glass really quick on this. So it's going to be using a piece of clear glass. It's clear seated, has little air bubbles in it, and it looks kind of like, champagne coming up. It's very pretty. This is made by the AO Glassworks, and they're up in Burlington, Vermont. If you ever get a chance, go up and see them if you're up there. They have a beautiful store, beautiful facility, really good people. Okay, moving on. Why don't we talk about what you can put into this? It's going to be using a medium base, and medium bases use medium base bulbs. So the recommended bulb for this, if you want to stick with an incandescent, you can go up to 60 watts, but I don't think you need to. The kind of bulbs that we would recommend for this is going to be two of them. This is an A15, so these are little guys that go into commonly garage door openers and ceiling fans and things like that. I have found these maxing out at 75 watt equivalent LEDs when I find them online. If I find them in a store, like a Ace Hardware or something like that, they're usually about a 60 watt equivalent. Either one is fine, but a 75 watt equivalent will give you more light. Just make sure it's a dimmable bulb. Now this guy, this is a T8, and this is the one we use in our showroom. So these are commonly used in exit signs. You can find these everywhere because exit signs are everywhere. So again, you can get an incandescent version of this, and those usually max out at 60 watts. But you can also find these up to 60 to 75 watts depending on where you guys go, like Home Depot, Lowe's, or like Amazon. So, and you can also kind of decide on the color of the light. We talk about that in every video. So the color of the light is going to be offered to you when you buy LEDs, and a couple things, a few things actually. 2700 Kelvin, that's going to be a super yellow light. They're also going to offer these to you in something called daylight, and that's going to be a bluish white light, like an overcast day or a hospital waiting room. That's going to be 4,000 to 5,000 Kelvin on that Kelvin scale. What we like to use in our showroom is 3,000 Kelvin. It's the warm white, soft white. It's the nice light coming down on my hands right now from above. These are 3,000 Kelvin soft white, warm white LEDs that we use here. So that would probably be my pick. I tend to like this look in there, but you know what? They both work. We can kind of show you a little bit. So that's kind of interesting, but I think this is more interesting. It just kind of comes down straight down, and it fills that space a little better. If you want to use these inside, they're indoor-outdoor lights, so you can use them wherever you like. So if you want to use them inside, I would definitely get a dimmable version of that bulb. If you're going to be using these outside, you can use them in all kinds of interesting places. So you can use them in the regular places you see sconces, like garage doors. You can put them on the front door, that kind of place. But also, these are going to be great on a porch, or maybe on a deck, or around a pool. And don't forget, you can dim these down. If you're hanging out with your friends well into the evening, put them on a dimmer. That would be a great thing to do. Hubbardton Forge only uses aircraft-grade aluminum to make their outdoor fixtures. Aluminum holds up the best in incredibly harsh environments. When you're out and you look up in the sky and you see all those jet airliners running around up there, those are all made out of aluminum for a reason. And part of that reason is it holds up great, like I said. It also forges beautifully. It holds finish beautifully. It doesn't rust. Remember that. It's very important. And they're virtually indestructible when they're all finished. So how Hubbardton does it is they take the fixture itself, they're going to wire it up at the top, they're going to put a wire at the bottom, they're going to send a current of electricity that's going to go through this fixture, making it positive, and they put it into a spray booth with a picture of the woman next to me. You can see she's spraying finish around it, and because it's positive, it's going to adhere to every nook, every cranny, the top, the bottom, the whole thing. After that, they're going to take this and they're going to move it into an oven. That oven is going to melt all of that down and create a very hard shell. So it makes it, again, virtually indestructible. So they've also tested these things in these wind chambers. So they take the fixture, all covered in that epoxy powder coat. It's going to go into that chamber. They're going to shoot salty seawater at it at high velocity for hours and hours and hours, just like you were at the beach and you have like a hurricane coming in, which to me is going to be pretty much the worst environment you're going to run into. So after they tested these and found out that they hold up incredibly well, Hubbardton Forge offers basically the best warranty in the lighting industry. And you can see that on the page for this. So if you scroll down a little bit, there's a link, and click on that and it'll show you the entire warranty and how it all works. Okay, showroom. Our showroom in Vermont has over 400 Hubbardton Forge fixtures. This is the biggest showroom in the world at Hubbardton Forge. No other showroom is like this. Hubbardton Forge doesn't even have their own showroom. They use this one. What's on display? We have a great tab on that. And those same red tabs, you're going to see a what's on display page. So open that up. It's going to show you everything we have on display, and including which finish, which shade, all of those things, and what kind of glass it's on there. We're open every day except Sunday, 11 to 6. I'm here every day except Sunday from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. Eastern Time. We also have an amazing clearance center. Clearance center stuff is 75% off MSRP. It's returns, discontinued stuff, showroom samples. You have to come here to use it. Can't call us or email us about it, but it's definitely worth coming in to look at if you're in Vermont. Plus you want to use the showroom anyway because there's just so much great stuff here to see. Our number in Vermont, 802-446-2400. You can email us 7 days a week, 24 hours a day. Love to answer emails, and it's sales@HandmadeInVermont.com. So when you order from HandmadeInVermont.com, shipping is going to be free to every state except Alaska and Hawaii. No tax if we ship out of the state of Vermont. And we're the only dealer with 90-day returns, no restocking fee. Nobody else does that. Some larger items are going to be non-returnable. It's going to be really important that you are looking at the fixture on that page and kind of scroll down under the description. It'll tell you if that is the case. And that's usually for really big, giant, huge fixtures, mostly that go out on pallets. Okay, that's it. Rush program. Let's talk about that. So rush program, Hubbardton Forge generally takes about 3 to 4 weeks to go out the door. That's production time before your transit time. You always have to add that on too. We offer a rush program that takes you from that 3 to 4 weeks down to a little under 2 weeks. It's a very small addition per line item. So if you have like 1, 2, 3 items, like let's say 3 or 4 outdoor sconces, and they're all the same size and they're all the same finish, that's one line item. So it's very inexpensive to rush those kind of things. Don't be afraid to email us and ask about that. Okay, so that's really it. If you guys have any other questions, let us know. We would love to see you in our showroom sometime. And thanks for stopping in.